Welcome you all. I'm Dr. N.S. Senthur, Assistant Professor, Department of Mechatronics, Bharat Institute of Higher Education and Research. The course name Non-Restrictive Testing. The course code U18 OE MT 002. Today's topic Magnetic Particle Inspection. See, in that MTT, one of the major inspection type is magnetic particle inspection system, which we called it MT or MPI, is a non-destructive inspection method that provides detection of linear flaws located at or near the surface of ferromagnetic materials. It is viewed primarily as a surface examination method. Magnetic particle inspection, in short form we call as MPI, is a very effective method for location of surface breaking and slight subsurface defects such as cracking and porous, collapse, lack of sidewall fusion in welds or magnetic materials. It's a very advanced inspection method in NDT. Non-destructive type has so much of methods. It is one of the major important method in magnetic particle inspection. See, it's an example how they are finding that defects in the method of magnetic particle inspection that we are going to see now. The magnetic particle testing uses one or more magnetic fields to locate the surface and near surface discontinuous in ferromagnetic materials. Okay. The magnetic field can be applied with a permanent magnet or an electromagnet. So whatever the magnet they are using, the magnetic detection testing method, we are using both permanent and electromagnetic. The magnetic particle testing method, when using an electromagnet, the field is present only when the current is being applied. When the magnetic field encounters a discontinuity, transfers to the direction of the magnetic field. The flux lines produce a magnetic flux leakage field of their own and shown in above figure. Because magnetic flux lines don't travel well in air. When very fine colored ferromagnetic particles like magnetic particles are applied to the surface of the part, the particle will be drawn into the discontinuity, reducing the air gap and producing a visible indication on surface of the part. The magnetic particles may be a dry powder or suspended in a liquid solution, and they may be colored with a visible dye or a fluorescent dye that fluoresces under the ultraviolet like a black light. The general properties of the magnetic lines of forces. You see here, the magnetic lines of forces have a number of important properties. These are all the seek of path of least resistance between the opposite magnetic poles in a single bar magnet, as shown to the right. They attempt to form the closed loops from pole to pole. Then second major property of the magnetic lines of force, they never cross one another. This is the one of the major properties. they all have same strength in the magnetic lines of the forces. Their density decreases in the spray out time when they move from an area of higher permissibility to an area of lower permissibility. So their density decreases with increasing distance from the poles. They are considered to have direction as if following through number of actual movement occurs. They flow from the south pole to north pole within a material and north pole to south pole in a air. Okay. Then working principle of that method, the welded area is coated with a magnetic flux coating iron ferrous particles. Okay. The welder is coated with the magnetic flux containing iron ferrous particles. The electric yoke magnet is placed across the flux, producing a visible magnetic field. Any surface cracks or weld will become evident by accumulation of the flux due to the forming of a new magnetic pole each side of the crack. This is very inexpensive and quick method of weld inspection. Okay, most of the weld inspection they are using in this electromagnetic method. Okay, however, it is only used to check fillet weld for surface imperfection, and of course can only be used on ferrous materials. We cannot able to use all the materials. We can only use as a ferrous material. The method can defect the surface and internal irregularities in ferrous and non-ferrous metal welding. The first step in a magnetic particle inspection MPI is to magnetize the component that is to be inspected. So already we discussed that before checking the inspection, we need to magnetize that component. Okay. If any defects on or near the surface are present, the defect will create a leakage field. So the magnetic field, when the leakage forms, so we can identify near some surface defects are there. After the component has been magnetized, ion particles either in a dry or wet suspended form are applied to the surface of the magnetized part. The particles will be attracted and cluster at the flux leakage field, thus forming a visible indication that the inspector can defect or detect. It operates by transmitting high frequency pulsing sound waves through the weld, the result being transmitted to a monitor as a trace. If the pulse comes in contact with an irregularity in the field, the waves are sent back to the transmitter and show up on the monitor screen. The defect can be placed very accurately, but it required an experienced operator to interrupt the tracing on the monitor. So if you find that operating the transmission the high frequency, what will happen? The waves through the field, the result being transmitted to a monitor as a trace. If the pulse come in contact with irregularity in the field, what happens? The waves send back the transmitter and show up the monitor. The defect can place very accurately but it requires an experienced operator to interpret the trace in the monitor. So very skilled labor required to find that the defect. In theory, magnetic particle inspection is a relatively simple concept. It can be considered as a combination of two non-destructive testing methods. One is magnetic flux leakage testing, and second one is visual testing. Okay, so combine of both we are found here in magnetic particle inspection method. Consider the case of the bar magnet. It has a magnetic field in and around the magnet. Any place that a magnetic line of force exists or enters the magnet is called a pole. So, any place the magnetic line of forces exist or enter, that's called by the pole. A pole where a magnetic line of force exists, the magnet is called a north pole. And pole where a line of forces enter the magnet is called a south pole. Okay. See, when a bar magnet is broken in the center of its length, two complete bar magnet with magnetic poles, one each and of each piece will result. If the magnet is just cracked but not broken completely into, a north and south pole will form at each edge of the crack. The magnetic field exits the north pole and re-enters to the south pole. The magnetic field spread out when it encounters the small air gap created by the crack, because the air cannot support as much magnetic field per unit volume as the magnet. When the field spread out, it appears to leak out of the materials and thus is called flux leakage field. So the flux leakage field we need to find out. When the field spread out, it appears the leak out in the material and it's called the flux leakage field. Okay. If ion particles are sprinkled on a cracked magnet, the particle will be attracted to and clustered not only at the poles at the end of the magnet, but also the poles at the edge of the crack. This cluster of particles is much easier to see than the actual crack, and this is the basic of magnetic particle inspection. Now see the advantages of the magnetic particle method. Highly sensitive. See that in that method, highly sensitive, the small discontinuous can be detected. And second major advantages of this method, the indications are produced directly on the surface of the part and continue a visual representation of the flow. Minimal surface presentation, no need for paint removal. Portable materials are available in aerosol spray can. Then low cost materials and associated equipments are relatively inexpensive disadvantages. Only surface and near surface defect can be detected. Then seventh major point, only applicable to ferromagnetic materials. The eight advantages, relatively small area can be inspected at a time. Only materials with a relative non-porous surface can be inspected. Then ninth, the inspector must be direct access to the surface being inspected. So here The advantages of we have some points that highly sensitive means the small contents can be detected, not a big one. So small discontinuous only can be detected. So it has high sensitive, but the problem is how we cannot find the large discontinuities. Very small discontinuities, small level also we can easy to find use of this method. Okay, so if it is have any small crack, small gap also be there means invisible cracks also be, you can easy to find internal cracks also be, we can easy to find internal gaps, discontinuities also we can easy to find use of this method. The second major is indications are produced directly on the surface of the part and consider visual representation of the flow. Then minimal surface preparation. No need to paint or removal. See that the other NDT method, we need to add like in visual inspection method, if you go in that same NDT, okay, one of the technique method, we need to fill some penetrant. Okay, and we need to remove the penetrant. We need to wait for some time for dwell time, like, or if we go any other method, we need to check some other extra preparation, we need to follow it. Here, no need of paint removal, no need of others. The surface preparation time is very minimal. That is the major advantages of this method. Then you can easily portable. So materials are available in aerosol spray cans. So it was very portable, easy to check. Then it was be low cost. Why means the materials associated equipments are relatively inexpensive. These are the 5 points are the major advantages of that method. Now disadvantages, only surface and near surface defect can be detected. So we cannot able to find all that. We only surface and near surface detect only can find out. That is the major disadvantages of this method. Then only applicable for ferromagnetic materials. We cannot able to find a non-ferrous materials or some other materials. We cannot able to check it. Only ferromagnetic materials only we can find use of in this method to check the defects. Then relatively small area can be inspected at a time. So we cannot able to find the large amount of inspection. We cannot able to do in this method. In this method, if you want to check, we can only find out regularly small area can be checked at a time. Only material with a relative non-porous surface can be inspected. See that only materials with a relative non-porous surface can be inspected. The inspector must have direct access to the surface being inspected. Then major disadvantages of others, you see, means the specimen must be a ferromagnetic like steel, cast irons. Then the paint thickness then 0.005 must be removed before inspection. So the paint thicker than 0.05 must be removed from the inspection. That's also a small disadvantage of this method. Then post cleaning and post demagnetization is often necessary. Before the process, we need to clean, and post deformation is often necessary in this method. Then maximum depth sensitivity is typically quoted as 0.1 and deeper under perfect condition. Okay, so it have sensitivity, high sensitivity. So you can easy to find small cracks, internal cracks also, but the maximum deep sensitivity is typically quoted as 0.100, deeper under perfect condition time. Okay. The major disadvantage is alignment between the magnetic plus and defect is important. Here, the alignment between the magnetic flux and defect, the alignment if may be changed, we cannot able to find the accurate defect. So the alignment between that magnetic flux and defect is a very major important. Okay, these are the disadvantages of this method. Then application of the magnetic particle inspection method MPI is where we are applying mostly already we discussed we are used only ferromagnetic materials only we can use. So it is very effective method for location of break surface breaking and slight subsurface defect such as leviculus cracking, pores, cold lap, lack of sidewall fusion in weldings, etc. in magnetic materials. Okay, so non-ferrous material where we are applying that we cannot be able to use in this magnetic particle inspection method. We can use only ferrous materials and we can find breaking, slight subsurface defect, we call as a cracking, porous, cold lap, lack of sidewall fusion. It's all happen in welds or some other joint fusion we can use in this magnetic particle inspection method. Okay, in that NTT method, each method has some advantages and disadvantages. Okay, in this ferrous material application, it is that very useful to check the defect in the magnetic particle inspection. Now we see about magnetic particles. As mentioned previously, the particles that are used for magnetic particle inspection are a key ingredient as they from the indication that alert the inspector to defects. Particles start out as tiny mild called as a machining process, piece of iron or iron oxide. The pigment is bonded to their surface to give the particular particles color. The metal used for the particles has high magnetic permeability and low retardability. High magnetic permeability is important because it makes the particles attract easily to small magnetic leakage field from discontinuities, such as flaws. Low retardability is important because the particles themselves never become strong magnetized, so they do not stick to each other or the surface of the part. Particles in a dry mix are wet solutions. So in that method, that particular method, magnetic particle inspection method, we know that we are used only in ferrous material. Okay, other materials we cannot able to use it in this inspection crack founding. Okay, then major advantage we know that how it was be working, how it was being testing inspection, how it was be done, and now we know about that what are the advantages, disadvantages, and applications, and finally we learn about That machining magnetize means what? Okay, then one more small principles we can recall that. See, example, the method can detect surface internal irregularities in porous and non-porous building material. The first step is in a magnetic particle inspection is to magnetize the component that is to be inspected. Okay, so that's the first step. If any defects on or near the surface area present, the defect will create a leakage field. So we know that we need to surface or present defect will create a leakage field. After the component has been magnetized, okay, ion particles either in a dry or wet suspended form are applied to the surface of the magnetized part. The particle will be attract and cluster at flux leakage field, thus forming a visible indication that inspector can detect. Okay, so it's a very basic principle of the MPI method. See, it has in NDT, non-destructive type testing method, major advantages. We are not going to apply any load. Okay, so directly we can use which we inspected. Okay, so the structure will not be changed, and then we can find the internal defects use of in this method. In this entity, it has so much of methods will be there. It is one of the method, only in that method applicable for ferrous material. Okay, it's a theory. It's a very simple concept. Already we've seen this. One more time, I tell that the magnetic flux leakage testing and visual testing. See, it's not a single. And that method of testing is considered as a two major testing. One is magnetic flux leakage testing and visual testing. Combine of these two only we called as magnetic particle inspection. Okay. One more time I tell that another one point. The magnetic field around the magnet, any place that a magnetic line of force exists or enter, the magnet is called pole. So we need to know that pole means what. Okay, it has the magnetic field in around the magnet, any place that magnetic line of forces exist or exit or enters the magnet is called pole. So now we need to find which one is the north pole and south pole. A pole where a magnet line of forces exit, the pole is called north pole. We need to know. So when the magnetic line of exit, that is called north pole. When the pole line forces enters, that is called by south pole. So we need to, these are the major important points in that MPI. So magnetic particle inspection method. So first one is, it is only applicable for ferrous material. Second one is in this method only combination of magnetic flux leakage testing and visual testing. And we need to know the what's meant by pole. Okay, the pole is when the magnetic line force exit or enters, the magnet is called, that is pole. Then we need to know the what's meant by north pole and south pole in the magnetic field. The pole where the magnetic line of forces exit in the magnet is called north pole. When that forces enters the magnet is called south pole. Okay, so now we know about what is meant by magnetic particle inspection method. It's undergone by non-destructive type testing, one of the advanced method. Okay, it has some advantages and disadvantages also. So based on our requirement inspection purpose, we can use these type of methods. Okay, it's very comparatively other techniques, it will be very cheapest. and then no need of highly skilled labors also be not in use. Okay, then these are the measures of magnetic particle injection. Okay, thanks. Thank you.